Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mark Walters with BigFanboy.com, and I'm standing here with Mr. Danny Trejo, star of an immensely awesome amount of films. My favorites, some of my favorites, Con Air, one of my favorite films of all time, guilty pleasure film. And of course, the Machete trailer and Grindhouse was terrific. Now, just to start off with, because I know this is probably a question you get all the time, are we going to get to see a Machete movie?
What we have to do, all your fans, is like email Robert Rodriguez and say, hey, let's do Machete, you promised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he actually promised all his fans that yes, there was going to be a Machete, and it's the end of the year, so make good, Robert Rodriguez, Troublemaker Studios or Hooligan Studios. So email him.
Now, you were telling me earlier that you've shot a lot of movies that are coming out here pretty soon. Are there any particular movies that you want to kind of tease us with? Maybe tell us a little bit.
I did one that's just being sold right now. It's called Vengeance. We just produced it, and I think it's just sold. I got to go back Monday and see if the buyers are going to close the deal. So it's called Vengeance. It's with me, Jason Mewes, Donald Logue, Diamond Dallas Page, Noel G, Baby Bash, Tech Nine. So a lot of Texans here.
Great cast. Great cast. Yeah, that's terrific. Now, working with Robert Rodriguez, you guys, is it safe to say that you're kind of almost like a lucky charm for this guy? Because it seems like the best movies are the ones that you are in. So
listen to that, Robert.
Yeah, you hear that, Robert?
Every movie I've made with him, he did pretty good. So oh wait, I didn't do The Faculty, did I? Oh no, that didn't do that well, did it? Oh. Looking back on your career and looking at some of the films that you've done, do you have personal favorites? I mean, obviously the Robert Rodriguez stuff has a personal place in your heart, but like some favorite roles that really stand out and just were so much fun to play. Well, I think one of them, Blood In, Blood Out, because it was part of my history. I mean, I was in San Quentin, and we went and shot in Quentin, and so a lot of the stuff that happened in Blood In and Blood Out, I actually lived. It wasn't like a movie for me. It was kind of like part of my life, and then. Of course, Heat. That was I got to work with Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer and Al Pacino and John Boyd. And John Boyd, I've worked with a few times. We were buddies for a long time, but I got to work with those guys.
Yeah, no pressure as an actor.
Those guys are unreal. Beautiful guys, all of them.
Yeah.
And then I really like Once Upon a Time in Mexico with Johnny Depp and Antonio Banderas. That was kind of awakening. It's really strange to stand between Johnny Depp and Antonio Banderas, and you kind of well, were you having a bad day or what? These guys are flawless, but they're really nice guys.
Do you get recognized when you're walking down the street? Do people come up to you all the time?
All the time.
Yeah. And what's the one thing they seem to point out the most?
Hey, you're that guy. I mean, and they just, they all got favorite movies. Now, what Robert Rodriguez did is, he made me a star to all the kids. So Uncle Machete, I'm from Spy Kids. So all over the world, I'm known from those movies, Spy Kids.
Yeah. Well, last but not least, what would be some advice that you would give to the young kids today? Because I think that looking at Hollywood now, there's a lot of younger actors that are sort of misbehaving and setting bad examples. So what advice would you give for kids today?
Kids are kids, Kids in Hollywood are no different than kids anywhere else. It's just they got a camera chasing them all the time.
Right.
And, most of them, I know most of them. I run into them. They all talk pretty nice to me. Like I said, they're just kids doing what kids do, but cameras are following. But I think one of the things that we have to start doing as actors and as professional people is saying, wait a minute, I do have a camera on me all the time. People are watching what I do. I am a role model, and you want to, the only people that don't want to be a role model are people that are doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So, it's the spot God gave us in life, so you got to put on that coat.
Danny Trejo, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate you talking to us. Good meeting you.